Hello, everybody. Welcome back to interviews. Today, we're talking about episode 18 of Welcome to Demon School, Iruma-kun. This was another fun episode, but mainly the thing I'm excited for is episode 19 to 25 because the preview after the end of episode 18 kind of showed that the next arc that we are going to is, there was the idol arc, which the second idol arc, which I've been saying that I really wanted to watch it for like since the end of the school festival arc. I've been saying that I really wanted the idol arc after 8 weeks of I wouldn't say filler content. Like there was this, we had some amazing slice of life, some great character moments, and great character development moments for each one of the cast. We got to see more of characters interaction than we did in previous seasons, which I really loved. But I I was just, my main thing was the idol art because it's I haven't read it, but like I've seen like a bunch of images. I was like, I really want to see it. And then this season said, then the second core of this season was mainly focusing on that idol art. Was like, yes. So now, okay, anyway, since I'm done yapping with about the idol art, let's talk about this episode. How was it? What's the goods, what's the bads? They're not good, they're no bads, but there are a lot of goods. So let's talk about this. All right, as you already know from the previous episode, episode 17, we're still at the dinner of the 13 grounds right now, and we got to meet the three. No, we got to meet two of like sorry, two of the other candidates that we are going to be nominated for the Demon Gate. We know what's this? We know he is nominating two, which was shocking to me because I thought he would nominate one person because we already know that one person would nominate, but like he has another person in the back of his mind that who nominate. The what's this anime didn't like show like a silhouette or anything, so I don't know. We don't know who it is, but we know he's is nominating someone. But anyway, this episode was, I think, well, for the first episode was the first half of the episode was the dinner with the real dinner with the 13 crowns, and then the second episode was us talking about us preparing to go into our second years. So let me just start with like the first half and then move to the second half. Okay, the first half right now we were asked, no, the three of them were asked like what they would do as Dimekin, what kind of changes they would make, what type of demon would they be, would they build, what type of netherworld would they rule, and amongst the two answers, the one answer that I really didn't agree with was with Leviathan's answer. It's, I don't know, like he said he will create my own rules and every demon will have to obey his rules, which as we've seen from episode 17, his rules are based on his moods, and like I feel like a king shouldn't, be all willy nilly about this because we kind of saw how in the first episode, in the episode 17, he came late, he didn't get, which I love that about him. I love that he's making his own decision, but as a king, you kind of have to think about the bigger perspective. You have to think about others, except which without yourself in the middle of it. Because, like I said, like it's so like creating what's this my own rules and having every demon obey them sounds okay in his perspective, but it really isn't because like if you create a rule on a whim, then the demon world will be more into chaos than it already is, and we know that he has a personality that doesn't really care of what like happens to others. He only cares about himself, which is the selfishness that a demon should have. Yes, but what right now we're trying to build like a somewhat peaceful netherworld, so we really don't like, I really don't think his way of ruling would actually help out with like the demon world itself. It might be fun to see for a couple like episodes wise how if like I would love if like they'll give them a section of their territory and then see them like rule them and then base the judgments of that. But I feel like if you build a territory, it will go in shambles at very quickly because if you create rules that only accommodate you and don't accommodate people, people will turn against you. That's how rebellion starts. When people are forced to the brink of like a no return, where they feel like they have nothing left to do, nothing left to lose, they will choose the option that fits best. And a rebellion is that they have no reason to like live because it's basically hellish where they're living right now. So them dying right now wouldn't really change anything. So they choose the extreme path. So his way of ruling, I don't think in the long run it would do anything. At best, he would rule maybe a couple of. I'll give him a year at best. Even months is too much. A year best. I feel that because, like I said, he doesn't know anything about. It's not even about knowing how to like the demon. He wouldn't even know. He didn't. He wouldn't even want to learn. That's the problem with him. He only cares about himself and how he does it. So I doubt he'd care to like learn about like different other species, different parts of the netherworld that we really don't know about. So I he when he answered like it was a fun question. I love the confidence, but I wouldn't choose him as my the next ruler of the netherworld. And then we have okay, he wants to create a world where the strong stand at the top and the weak stand at the ground, which like again I said his way of thinking because the way his school rules I feel like it wouldn't be a necessary problem because the like we saw in episode 17 the school that he comes from has like a multiple game. It's like have you watched Liar Liar? Okay, let me give you a visual demonstration. This is Liar Liar, and I'm busy and I mean you should really check it out. But the way Liar Liar works is each what's this? You have to play a set of games to raise up your rank, and the more games you win, the higher the rank is. It's from a star basis. The more stars you have, the higher your rank, and the highest is 7 stars, which our main character is a fake 7 star. Anyway, that's how their school rolls. So necessarily, I don't really what's this. I wouldn't even dismiss like I feel like it will be a good place because with like so many games to like actually for people to actually do there are multiple chances for you to like prove your worth and get up in rank because like again I the sentiment of the strong must protect the weak. I like that like yeah a strong person should be able to protect the weak but like a weak person should also find a way to protect themselves because I really don't like having favors from someone. I would rather like repay that favor in full if I can. So a school that where he comes from where like there's gambling, different types of game, martial arts, there's even like a school program like what's this curriculum where you just take normal classes and you pass and go high. See, that's the type of like if he created a type of world like his school right there, I wouldn't really mind because like I said, it gives you more opportunities to grow as a person to figure out what you're good at, what you're bad at, and what you need to improve on. That is, like I wouldn't mind him becoming a demigod. Like he would create such a fun world that I would, vibe with. He's like again, he's one of my favorite characters. So far he's one of my and like he has this look on his in my like he has this psycho type look. I don't know if it's my interpretation or whatnot, but like it looks like he would kill someone without even batting an eye. That's the type of look he gives me. And then we have our boy Iruma-kun. And Iruma-kun had I wouldn't say the same answer as, the previous guy, but like his answer was I think his answer was, the for me the best answer because he said he wanted to create a world like Babylus. And since if this is the fourth scene and we've seen more of Babylus and how and this season kind of expanded more. I wouldn't say expanded more on Babylus, but like showed us other sides of like Babylus. I feel like creating a world like Babylus, a place where people are free of like do whatever they want. Everyone just happy, harmonious. That's the type of world that I feel like what's this the previous Stephen King and Grandpa wants to build. Sullivan is created Babylus because he wants. I don't know why he created Babylus, but I feel like he wants a place where everyone has the right to choose their own path, a place to express yourself. So creating a world like Babylus is the best route. So for the three people who answered, I only loved like two of the answers. I loved his answer. His answer is probably my favorite answer of them all because like I'm very like I'm a very competitive person and a world with competitive things like this, where like there are multiple ways to climb up the ranks, not just one way, which is a fun place. And then Iruma's way of just babblers having fun, having a carefree environment where you don't have to worry about outside world. Because when they asked him, his first main thing was, when what he said was, is I didn't know the what's this the word was in such term, because the way he lives at Babylus, the way he is at Babylus, the environment it is such a carefree environment where you don't even feel that the outside world is in distress. That's what he wants for them, for the netherworld to be a place where like you're just carefree. You only don't oh I'm sorry you don't feel the threat of like an invasion. You don't feel the threat of things. You just have a carefree free life where you just do what you want to do, pick the path that you feel like is best suited for you. Or the two answers, or the three answers I said, the two are these two are probably my favorite answers of them all. Oh yeah, and we finally, in this episode, they finally kind of last episode, because Iruma was the way he was up in he didn't set a standard for himself, but like in this episode we kind of went through like our episode one, how like he I don't know what this is, but like where we kind of the water park incident, how he opened up the royal one, those type of things, those legendary things that he did in his first year and reaching rank A. Like, okay, the other guy I know he reached. I know. Wait, what was he? I know he's also rank A. Leviathan, I don't know what rank he is. He said some type of rank, but I really didn't get it. So these two are rank A, which you might think he's like, I would consider him more of a genius, because he was able to reach the top of like the top with like 3 6 more what's the stages for him to go. So he's basically almost king of his school. I know Iruma is close to being a king, because he was able to actually reach rank A, which is impossible for a first year in Babylus. And I feel like by the second year, since we're going into second year right now, by the second year, I feel like we'll be ranked what, eighth? Not, I doubt we'd reach rank ninth in our second year, but rank eighth is a possibility, because rank nine. Wait, how many ranks are there? Now that I'm seeing it. Okay, after a quick Google search and going to the what's this, the subreddit, the 10 ranks. Right now we are rank A. Where's rank A? We are rank 5, rank A. So we're Val, Zion, Chad, Ted, and Yodi. Yodi? I don't know what it says. Anyway, what's this? Demon King, Dracula was this rank 10. So is Lady Leve is also rank 10, and Lord Belle is also rank 10. Lord, wow, I didn't know Lord Sullivan was rank 9. Okay, I do know rank what's this Lord Sullivan should be rank hidden, because at Yode, I don't know, rank he should be rank 10, but he doesn't want to climb up the rank for some reason. Asmodeus, Amarilius, I think this is Asmodeus' mother. She's also rank 9. And then we have rank, what's his rank chat? Emmy, Babala. Let's see who's in rank. Asmodeus Alice. Oh, Asmodeus Alice. Sorry. Okay, spoiler warning, but this is probably spoiler content, because right, Asmodeus is rank Dalit right now, but this is probably next year's content. Anyway, Iruma Suzuki is, we know, rank A. What's this? Asmodeus. Um, Bethan Burdick. Oh, Runaway. I love Runaway. Okay, Runaway. I hope we get to see more of Dark Roma, because I don't know why, but like I feel like he is Dracula. Like Dracula had, I think Dracula maybe had like the same as Iruma, where like he had his cheerful personality, but he also had this like this dark personality. And I like, I know we'll see him in like this idol arc, and I really can't wait. I've waited a long time for this, and I really want to cherish this. Okay, and before I finish the first section, I love it when they do this. it's not like yeah, my headcanon is that this is like a glimpse from the future because we know this is definitely Iruma-kun. And like the way he's just eating, like the way it's just so damn, I just love it. You know, like when we get this glimpse of like the future, it's the same thing when we achieved what's this it was this where was it was this the drinking episode a few episodes back when we fake drank and on December, like that glimpse of the future was amazing as well. Anyway, let's move on to the second section of the episode. Okay, the second section of the episode is basically we have not we have finally, but like we are going to become second years, which I'm shocked. I don't know how many years there are. Is it the same as like a normal year where we like have 3 years, or is it like do we have six? We probably have six. But anyway, we are finally becoming second years, which is another opportunity for us to like raise up our ranks. I know we must watch this. His main goal is to raise up his rank, but also enjoy. I want to see what happens to the ring of what's this Gluttony when he reaches the 10th rank. That would be like hella amazing. I want to see that. Anyway, the second part of the episode was just a chill episode of us just imagining what it would be like, us being senpais, having like our own ticket. Like one thing I want to know, who's the first years which are coming, like like I sorry, I know we will probably interact somewhat with the second years, probably in season 5 type of thing. No, the first years we'll probably interact with the first years. And the one thing that I loved about what they talked about in was this episode is said that the second years have more practical than the things we did, because to be honest, I feel like we don't learn past season 1. I doubt we even learned anything. So having us doing more practical thing is probably for the best, because I want to see something happen. Some drama developing. I want another water park. That shit was amazing. Best arc, to be honest. That was my favorite arc of them all. I know I mentioned it a lot in my reviews, but it was like the best arc. And the funniest part of the episode is when like what's this, they were playing senpai and kohai. So Asmodeus was the senpai and Iruma was the kohai. Was this Asmodeus was supposed to like shout at Iruma, but like he didn't know how to do it, and then Iruma was like, you have to do the same as you did the first time we met. And we got a flashback of how Asmodeus remembers it, because I don't remember it like this. It was like Iruma was dazzling, like like this. What the frick is this? This is not Iruma. I remember the first episode clearly. We said the word right, but like we were going to die, and we have like there was the German suplex, which didn't happen like that. Asmodeus, I don't know what happened. I feel like Asmodeus is editing his memories in real time, because this shit did not really happen. This is fake. If even Iruma called him out for this, because that's not how everything went up. Like, the hell is happening right now? This is shocking to me, because I remember that. And then we have Clary's interpretation of how their first meeting came. This shit did not happen. Like, I doubt Asmodeus. Maybe Irma. Yeah, I feel like Irma would do that, but I doubt Asmodeus will go along with this. So everyone has their interpretation of how the first met, but which is probably wrong. I feel like Irma is the correct one, but we didn't see it, so who knows. Anyway, overall it was a genuinely fun episode. I enjoyed it a lot. We are finally getting into the main content. I'm calling those episodes filler content, because they were more slice of life heavy. Narratively wise, they didn't push the story any further. It was just us standing at the same place. But with this, with this episode, leading into the next arc, we are finally moving places. We're finally becoming second years. We're getting more practicals, and I think by the time season 5 comes out, we probably know something about Dracula. I want to know how he looks like. They always hide his face. Anyway, the fingers, Poro-chan, he's still missing. I don't know what happened. Those type of plot. I wouldn't say plot holes, because they haven't been forgotten, but those plots, those loose threads, I want to know more about them. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. I'm Hunter, and see you in the next one.